keep this video as quick as I possibly can for the viewers watching. So let's get into the video. First and foremost, what we need to understand is everyone has their own style. Some people might choose the Philly shell style, hands more low, but the basics of boxing, we want to get our hands up. So our hands by our chin, we want to make sure that them elbows are tucking in, they're not flaring out for body shots coming in through. When we're throwing the right hand, we want to make sure that we're fully extending that punch, that it's coming right back to the jaw, and we're fully extending through. Cutting short like this here means we're definitely not going to hit our target, and also you're vulnerable for shots coming over the top, so we want to be wary of that. Next, we want to look at the feet. Now, a big mistake with a lot of people is they just throw the right hand from the shoulder here, they wrench back and they throw this big street fighting looking right hand, you know, they try to really swing back. But what we want to think about is the kinetic energy running up through the foot, turning at the hips, coming parallel to where you're wanting to land the punch. So I want to land my punch here. My body's in this position for me to turn my torso through the punch. So the kinetic energy is going to rise up through the toe. I'm going to pivot onto that toe, the hips are locking through, and then that punch is coming through, fully extending. So all together, it's going to look something like this. Okay? Now, what we want to do is we want to be a wee bit more subtle about this punch. A big mistake for a lot of people is, again, they load up with the right hand. They really set it up that they're going to try to knock the person out, and they'll likely see it coming, especially as you fight more advanced people. As well as that, overextend them with that right foot, so coming up high up onto that toe and overextending, leading yourself into a vulnerable position. So we want to be a wee bit more subtle about that, and that's where the good jab comes in handy. So we want to make sure that we're establishing a good jab, allowing us to get close enough to throw that right hand. So we can set that jab up to the head, or we can go to the body, which I like, because then what that does is it lowers that guard for us to throw that right hand. As we jab to the body, and we maybe feint to the next shot, we want to now step in with that right hand. So it's going to look something like this. Just like that, okay? So we're stepping through that punch, our body weight's now coming through the punch, our hips are locked over, we're coming onto the ball of that foot, and the kinetic energy is rising through the foot, through the hips, and onto your target. So again, just like this. Jab to the body, jab to the body, fake to the body, to the head.